Hi, I'm Tracey from Boronia Library. Welcome to the second week of Library Month, Reconnecting with My Library. This is the Literacy Week, and today I'll be doing food literacy, and I will be baking for you vanilla cupcakes with passionfruit icing. And this is the book that I'm using, and you can place a hold on it if you like. It's a really good book with simple terms and easy to understand. Alright, so let's get going. First of all, what we do is we preheat the oven to 190 degrees before we start cooking. So when we put our cakes in the oven, they will rise nicely. Okay, so using an electric mixer, this is an electric mixer, we are going to cream together our sugar and our butter. And what that term means is that we beat our cream and sugar together until it's light and fluffy and it changes like a yellowy smoothie colour. So we're going to get to doing that now. So first of all, you get your softened butter and you put 125 grams into a bowl. If Nicole wants to come over, when you buy your butter, you see how it's got 50 grams, 50 grams, 50 grams. That lets you know so you can cut the right amount. So we're going to be doing 125 grams. So we're going to cut, because that's 50 grams, so we're just going to cut like that, which will be 125 grams. So we're going to do that now. And we're going to put that in my mixing bowl. Okay, so we'll put this in the mixing bowl like this. Just get the milk out of the way. Okay. And to that, we add our sugar. And we add caster sugar. So we are going to read the recipe. And we will be doing 3/4 of a cup of caster sugar. And that is this here. This is 3/4 of a cup. When you buy your measuring cups, they will have written on them what they are. So if you come here, so that's 3/4 of a cup. That's what 3/4 of a cup means. And we fill that to the brim with caster sugar. And then what we do is we beat it with our electric beater. 3/4 of a cup of sugar. Put that on top of there, and then we put in a teaspoon of vanilla essence. Now if you don't have a teaspoon, a good way to measure is with your lid. So you just put a lid of vanilla essence in and you cream that together, and that actually means you beat it with your beater until it changes colour and it's smooth and creamy. So we'll do that now. Don't forget we have lots of fantastic things on for this month of May at all our different library services. Okay, so here we go. We're going to beat our sugar and vanilla essence. And then we add our other egg. And then we beat after that as well. Okay, we'll just get this done. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to sift in 2 cups of self-raising flour. And to sift something in is when you put flour through a sifter and you go like that above it, because it makes your batter light and airy. So we're going to sift in half the cups of flour. We'll do 1 cup at a time, and then we're going to fold in the milk as well as the flour. And to fold in means that you do it very gently to create air. So we'll put that there, and we'll put 1 cup of our flour in, of our self-raising flour. So we'll do that, and then we pour it in like that, and we sift it. Okay, and to fold it in, we get a wooden spoon and we just go like that. To fold in, you do it gently, and that makes your batter light and fluffy. As we're doing this, we are also going to add half the milk that we're using. We're using 3/4 of a cup of milk, and we will fold in half of that as well, and then the rest of our flour. So we've got 3/4 of a cup, so we put half of that liquid in there, and then we save the other liquid when we put the rest of our flour in. Okay. And we'll just do that as well. See how I'm folding it in? I make it nice and light. And it's changing how the batter looks. Okay, so now we're going to add our other cup of flour. By folding in, you're mixing it like that and turning the spoon around. Okay, so we're going to get the rest of our cup of flour. And we add that in and sift it. Like that. Put the sifter away. And then we'll fold that in. See how it's light and fluffy? And then we add the rest of our milk mixture. And we'll fold that in as well. We're gently folding it in. And then that is going to change consistency. And it's not a wet batter, it's quite a firm batter. See how it looks? And that's fine, that's how it looks. It's not a wet batter because it's the cupcakes. If you feel it's a little bit too not runny enough, just put a touch more milk in, which I'm just going to do now. Just like that, and that should be fine. Whoops. And this is going to make my cake light and airy. And then we're going to ice it with passionfruit icing, and I'll show you how to make that. So what we're going to do is you get your patty pan things and you put them in here. Okay. And you put it in like that. So what I'll do is I'll finish doing those. Then I will put them in the oven for 15 to 20 minutes, or until when you put the skewer in it comes out clean. And when we come back, I'll pull them out of the oven and show you what they look like, and then we'll ice them. We'll see you soon. I've got my cakes out of the oven, and this is what they look like here. One of them got a little bit excited because I put a bit too much in it, but that's all right. So we're going to ice them there with our passion fruit icing. Okay, so here we go. So it is 1 cup of icing sugar sifted. As I explained last time, you put your icing sugar or flour in here and sift it so it's light and airy. Here, 1 cup of icing sugar. Because when you do put the icing sugar, when you first do it, a lot of time it has lumps in it. That's why you sift it, to get the lumps out. Okay, so this recipe makes about 12 to 15 cupcakes, depending on the size of the patty pan you use. I use the smaller one. If you use the bigger one, it makes 12. So I'm sifting it here, as Nicole can see. You see this, Nicole? As I'm sifting it. See how the lumps are going like that? If they don't come out, you just press it. Okay, like that. And that's our icing sugar. It looks nice and light. Now to that, we're going to add I'll double check the recipe, tablespoons. 1.5 tablespoons of passion fruit pulp. Get passion fruit pulp out. Now you buy this in the fruit aisle where you've got all the fruits and stuff. I got that from Safe Woolworths. You can get it from Coles. So that's the pulp. Or you can use a fresh passion fruit, whatever you like. Oh, but I'm using this today. So, oh, it smells wonderful. You smell that, Nicole?
Oh, it's so sweet.
1.5 teaspoons of passion fruit. If you need to add more pulp, you can do so. So you get your whisk and you just do the icing. Mix it all up. Oh, you think you need to add more pulp, but as you're mixing it, you mix it till it's nice and shiny. See how it's changing? If you need to add more pulp, you think it's not shiny. See that? Because you don't want it too runny. It looks like it. Just tell by the feel of it. Just get this here, put it down. See how, yeah. You might probably be better when it gets to this. Mix it with a spoon. Not a spoon, a knife. And it gets like that. Okay, looks like it needs a bit more pulp, doesn't it, Nicole?
Just a smidge, I think.
Just a smidgen. There we go. Oh, yes, a smidgen. Oops. Okay, this is live television here, folks. I just dropped the little thing in there. That's not supposed to happen. If it happens, just pull it out. Not a big deal. All right, so I just add a little bit of pulp in it. You want it to be nice and shiny, like that. Consistency. See how that is, Nicole? It didn't need a little bit more pulp.
That looks really good.
That looks better, doesn't it? And don't be afraid to ice the cakes while they're a little bit warmer. It just spreads better. See how I'm mixing it now? It's getting a bit thicker. Does that look like icing to you, lovey?
Yeah, perfect.
Perfect icing. So you do need a little bit more. It's just trial and error. If you think it's a bit still too runny, just add some more icing sugar. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we are going to ice our little cakes. I'm going to ice them while they're still in there. So get like a little teaspoon, and we also will get, well, just get like your here, like on your knife, and ice it like that and spread it. See how that goes? Don't spill it like I did. Or you can just use a little bit of a spoon. Okay, so I'm not going to ice all the cakes. I'm just going to ice a little few so we can see what we're doing. How does that look, Nicole?
Delicious. I'm very hungry.
We're going to have this for afternoon tea.
We need smell-o-vision.
So that's what you do. You just ice it like that. And that's what your little cakes look like. And then it takes a couple of minutes and it dries. If you think that one of them needs a little bit more, just go like that. And that is our cupcakes with passion fruit icing, minus the mess. So that's what we made today for Literacy Week. I'll do the rest of the cakes later on. You don't need to watch me ice all of them. So here we go. And that's our patty pancakes. And that'll dry and it'll be nice and smooth and glossy. And don't forget the recipe I used was out of here, Grandma's Kitchen. It's a kids cooking book. Kids cooking books are really good because they're very simple to understand. They've got really clear, precise instructions. Don't forget reconnecting with your library for the month of May. All our branches have fantastic activities on. So do yourselves a favour, book into the events and reconnect with us, and we'd love to see you. Thank you for joining me today, and take care and have a wonderful week.